For other persons of the same name, see Billy Murray and William Murray. For the song by Gorillaz, see Feel Good Incorporated. William James Bill Murray is an American actor and comedian. He first gained exposure on Saturday Night Live, for which he earned an Emmy Award, and later went on to star in comedy films, including Meatballs, Caddyshack, Ghostbusters, What About Bob? And Groundhog Day. Murray garnered additional critical acclaim later in his career, starring in Lost in Translation, which earned him an Academy Award nomination for Best Actor, the indie comedy drama Broken Flowers, and a series of films directed by Wes Anderson, including Rushmore, The Royal Tenenbaums, The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou, The Darjeeling Limited, Fantastic Mr. Fox, Moonrise Kingdom, and The Grand Budapest Hotel. Early life: Murray was born and raised in Wilmette, Illinois, a northern suburb of Chicago. He is the son of Lucille, a mailroom clerk, and Edward Joseph Murray II, a lumber salesman. Murray and his 8 siblings were raised in a Catholic Irish-American family. Their father died in 1967 from complications of diabetes, when Bill was 17 years old. As a youth, Murray read children's biographies of American heroes like Kit Carson, Wild Bill Hickok, and Davy Crockett. He attended St. Joseph Grade School and Loyola Academy. During his teen years, he worked as a golf caddy to fund his education at the Jesuit high school. One of his sisters had polio and his mother suffered several miscarriages. During his teen years he was the lead singer of a rock band called the Dutch Masters and took part in high school and community theater. After graduating, Murray attended Regis University in Denver, Colorado, taking pre-medical courses. He quickly dropped out, returning to Illinois. Decades later, in 2007, Regis awarded him an honorary Doctor of Humanities degree. 3 of his siblings are also actors: John Murray, Joel Murray, and Brian Doyle Murray. A sister, Nancy, is an Adrian Dominican nun in Michigan, who has traveled the United States in a one-woman program, portraying Saint Catherine of Siena. On September 21, 1970, police arrested Murray at Chicago's O'Hare Airport for trying to smuggle 10 lb of cannabis, which he had allegedly intended to sell. Murray was convicted and later sentenced to probation. Career: Second City. With an invitation from his older brother, Brian, Murray got his start at the Second City in Chicago, an improvisational comedy troupe, studying under Del Close. In 1974, he moved to New York City and was recruited by John Belushi as a featured player on the National Lampoon Radio Hour. Saturday Night Live, in 1975, an off-Broadway version of a Lampoon show, led to his first television role as a cast member of the ABC variety show Saturday Night Live with Howard Cosell that featured animal acts and little kids with loud voices. That same season, another variety show titled NBC's Saturday Night premiered. Cosell's show lasted just 1 season, cancelled in early 1976. After working in Los Angeles with the guerrilla video commune TV on several projects, Murray rose to prominence in 1976. He joined the cast of NBC's Saturday Night Live for the show's 2nd season, following the departure of Chevy Chase. Murray was with SNL for 3 seasons from 1977 to 1980. A Rutland weekend television sketch Eric Idle brought for his appearance on SNL developed into the 1978 mockumentary All You Need Is Cash, with Murray appearing as Bill Murray the K, a send-up of New York radio host Murray the K, in a segment of the film that is a parody of the Maysles Brothers' documentary The Beatles, The First U.S. Visit. During the first few seasons of SNL, Murray was in a romantic relationship with fellow cast member Gilda Radner. Film career: Murray landed his first starring role with the film Meatballs in 1979. He followed this up with his portrayal of Hunter S. Thompson in the 1980s Where the Buffalo Roam. In the early 1980s, he starred in a string of box office hits including Caddyshack, Stripes, and Tootsie. Murray became the first guest on NBC's Late Night with David Letterman on February 1, 1982. He would later appear on the first episode of The Late Show with David Letterman in August 1993, when the show moved to CBS. On January 31, 2012, Euro 30 years after his first appearance with Letterman, Euro Murray appeared again on his talk show. Murray began work on a film adaptation of the novel The Razor's Edge. The film, which Murray also co-wrote, was his first starring role in a dramatic film. He later agreed to star in Ghostbusters, in a role originally written for John Belushi. This was a deal Murray made with Columbia Pictures in order to gain financing for The Razor's Edge. Ghostbusters became the highest-grossing film of 1984. The Razor's Edge, which was filmed before Ghostbusters but not released until after, was a box office flop. Upset over the failure of The Razor's Edge, Murray took 4 years off from acting to study philosophy and history at the Sorbonne, frequent the Cinémathèque in Paris, and spend time with his family in their Hudson River Valley home. During that time, his second son, Luke, was born. With the exception of a cameo appearance in the 1986 movie Little Shop of Horrors, he did not make any appearances in films, though he did participate in several public readings in Manhattan organized by playwright-director Timothy Meyer and in a production of Bertolt Brecht's A Man's A Man. Murray returned to films in 1988 with Scrooged and Ghostbusters 2 in 1989. In 1990, Murray made his first and only attempt at directing when he co-directed Quick Change with producer Howard Franklin. His subsequent films What About Bob? And Groundhog Day were box office hits. After a string of films that did not do well with audiences, he received much critical acclaim for Wes Anderson's Rushmore, for which he won Best Supporting Actor awards from the New York Film Critics Circle, National Society of Film Critics, and the Los Angeles Film Critics Association. Murray decided to take a turn towards more dramatic roles and experienced a resurgence in his career, taking on roles in Wild Things, Cradle Will Rock, Hamlet, and the Royal Tenenbaums. In 2003, he appeared in Sofia Coppola's Lost in Translation and went on to earn a Golden Globe Award, a BAFTA Award, and an Independent Spirit Award, as well as Best Actor awards from several film critic organizations. He was considered a favorite to win the Academy Award for Best Actor, but Sean Penn ultimately won the award for his performance in Mystic River. In an interview included on the Lost in Translation DVD, Murray states that it is his favorite movie in which he has appeared. Also in 2003, he appeared in a short cameo for the movie Coffee and Cigarettes, in which he played himself hiding out in a local coffee shop. During this time Murray still appeared in comedic roles such as Charlie's Angels and Osmosis Jones. In 2004, he provided the voice of Garfield in Garfield, the movie, and again in 2006 for Garfield, A Tale of Two Kitties. In 2004, he made his third collaboration with Wes Anderson in the Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou and also starred in Jim Jarmusch's Broken Flowers. In 2005, Murray announced that he would take a break from acting as he had not had the time to relax since his new breakthrough in the late 1990s. He did return to the big screen for brief cameos in Wes Anderson's The Darjeeling Limited and in Get Smart as Agent 13, the agent in the tree. In 2008, he played an important role in the post-apocalyptic film City of Ember, and in 2009, played himself in a cameo role in the zombie comedy Zombieland. Murray provided the voice for the character Mr. Badger for the 2009 animated film Fantastic Mr. Fox. Though there was speculation that he might return to the Ghostbusters franchise for the rumored Ghostbusters 3, he dispelled such speculation in an interview with GQ. In March 2010, Bill Murray appeared on Late Show with David Letterman and talked about his return to Ghostbusters 3, stating, "I do it only if my character was killed off in the first reel." In an interview with GQ, Murray said, "You know, maybe I should just do it. Maybe it'd be fun to do." In the interview, when asked is the third Ghostbusters movie happening? "What's the story with that?" Bill Murray replied, "It's all a bunch of crock." Despite this comment, later reports by Dan Aykroyd and Stefano Paganini suggest the movie is well underway, and the script has already been approved. Golf-related work. Murray is an avid golfer who often plays in celebrity tournaments. His 1999 book Cinderella Story, My Life in Golf, part autobiography and part essay, expounds on his love of the game. In 2002, He and his brothers starred in the Comedy Central series, The Sweet Spot, which chronicled their adventures playing golf. Caddyshack, one of Murray's earliest film roles, has him playing assistant greenskeeper Carl Spackler who lives in the golf course's tool shed. The title of his book is derived from a scene he played in Caddyshack, narrating his own golf fantasy. Murray's love for golf is also displayed in Space Jam, Lost in Translation, and Zombieland. On February 13, 2011, Murray, playing with tournament champion DA Points, won the Pro-Am Championship at the AT&T Pebble Beach National Pro-Am. Outside of show business, he is a partner with his brothers in Murray Brothers. Caddyshack, a restaurant located near St. Augustine. He is a part owner of the St. Paul Saints independent minor league baseball team and occasionally travels to St. Paul, Minnesota to watch the team's games. He also owns part of the Charleston River Dogs, Hudson Valley Renegades, and the Brockton Rocks. He invested in a number of other minor league teams in the past, including the Utica Blue Sox, Fort Myers Miracle, Salt Lake Sting, Catskill Cougars and Salt Lake City Trappers. Being very detached from the Hollywood scene, Murray does not have an agent or manager and reportedly only fields offers for scripts and roles using a personal telephone number with a voicemail box that he checks in frequently. This practice has the downside of sometimes preventing him from taking parts that he had auditioned for and was interested in, such as that of Eddie Valiant in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Sully in Monsters, Incorporated, Bernard Berkman in The Squid and the Whale, Frank Ginsberg in Little Miss Sunshine and Willy Wonka in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. When asked about this practice, however, Murray seems content with his inaccessibility, stating, a Euro unregistered trademark S not that hard. If you have a good script but a Euro unregistered trademark S what gets you involved? People say they can't a Euro unregistered trademark T find me. Well, if you can write a good script, but a Euro unregistered trademark S a lot harder than finding someone. I'd own a Euro unregistered trademark T worry about it. Eat a Euro unregistered trademark S not my problem a Euro. Personal life. During the filming of Stripes, Murray married Margaret Kelly on Super Bowl Sunday in Las Vegas on January 25, 1981. Later, they remarried in Chicago for their families. Margaret gave birth to two sons, Homer and Luke. Luke is an assistant basketball coach at the University of Rhode Island. Following Murray's affair with Jennifer Butler, the couple divorced in 1996. In 1997, he married Butler. Together, they have four sons, Caleb, Jackson, Cooper, and Lincoln. Butler filed for divorce on May 12, 2008, accusing Murray of domestic violence, infidelity, and addictions to sex, marijuana and alcohol. Their divorce was finalized on June 13, 2008. Murray has homes in Los Angeles, California, Martha's Vineyard, Massachusetts, Charleston, South Carolina, and Palisades, New York, a suburb of New York City. Between 2008 and 2013, Murray maintained a residence in the Greenwich Village neighborhood of New York City. During the 2000 presidential campaign, Murray supported Green Party candidate Ralph Nader. He also donated $1,000 to former governor of Nebraska Bob Kerry's successful election to the United States Senate in 1988. Murray is a fan of several Chicago professional sports teams, especially the Chicago Cubs, Chicago Bears and the Chicago Bulls. Murray is an avid Quinnipiac University basketball fan, where his son served as head of basketball operations. Murray is a regular fixture at home games. He cheered courtside for the Illinois Fighting Irish game against the University of North Carolina in the NCAA basketball tournament's championship game in 2005. He is a fixture at home games of those teams when in his native Chicago. After traveling to Florida during the Cubs' playoff run to help inspire the team, he was invited to the champagne party in the Cubs clubhouse when the team clinched the NL Central in late September 2007, along with fellow actors John Cusack, Bernie Mac, James Belushi, and former Cubs legend Ron Santo. Murray appeared in Santo's documentary, This Old Cub. As a Chicago native, Murray appeared at the 50th Annual Chicago Air and Water Show in August 2008. He performed a tandem jump with the U.S. Army parachute team Golden Knights. He was the MC for Eric Clapton's Crossroads Guitar Festival on July 28, 2007, where he dressed in various guises of Clapton as he appeared through the years. He was MC again in 2010. Also because of his roots in the Chicago area, the founders of Housing Opportunities and Maintenance for the Elderly, Michael and Lilo Salmon, were able to contact him through his former sister-in-law for support. In 1987 he made a sizable donation to assist in the development and building of the Nathalie Salmon House. This home has been able to provide affordable housing for low-income seniors. Michael and Lilo Salmon credited him as performing miracles for them. Filmography, references. External links: Bill Murray at the Internet Movie Database, Bill Murray at the Internet Off-Broadway Database, Bill Murray at AllMovie, Bill Murray collected news and commentary at The Guardian, streaming audio interview from 1988, USA Today article detailing Murray's house party crashing, Entertainment Weekly interview, Bill Murray SNL video archive at Yahoo Screen, extensive list of Bill Murray films, roles, memes, and fan art at Zouch magazine.